Hello and welcome to All Talk No Dice, the worst excuse for a D&D show you can find online. From last we left off, the Companions of Fate found solace and support from Maddie Mucker and the rest of the Wanderers. Once you had all gained a plethora of new potions, some very common and others not so much, you coordinated the attack on Pike and the clock tower before heading off into position. Once the signal was made, you all hurried over to the base of the tower, Rayloff charging through the locked wooden door and Red becoming a shadow to rocket all the way up to the top as flaming arrows began to fly through the air and into every window of the large tower. As you all made it to the scene that lay before you at the top, a huge pile of dead Therons, one barely alive on a rack as the Kopara continued to siphon his strength to enable Pike to repel the Wanderers with a devastating arcane black hole. Without warning, Theron sealed Pike off in an impervious bubble. Gerald used his arcane hand to knock the tome he was clutching, Rayloff charged and Terra summoned a huge pack of feral wolves. Throughout this skirmish, the Kopara form began to tear open like a banana being peeled, eventually revealing a form of a grey-skinned, red-eyed, tall and lanky shape-changer. The shape-changer tried everything from adjusting the gravity to wailing like a banshee and hurling lightning across all of you. After a long slog of a fight, Rayloff charged with an overwhelming rage, causing a sub-zero blizzard to hurl around him as he grabbed onto your enemy and drove him closer to death. And as the blizzard subsided, you all found the Shape-Changer's arm, as well as your Goliath ally, frozen completely solid, as if they were crystal clear glass. Then Red appeared to drive the ethereal dagger deep into the Shape-Changer's heart, releasing a thick, sparkling purple mist from its maw, which hurled itself towards all of you. Now, with Rayloff frozen solid, the Shape-Changer choking on its own blood, Terra and Gerald unconscious, and Theron barely standing, your minds were all pushed to your own versions of purgatory. You all stand separately and alone, in a vast expanse of nothingness, only to hear a voice remind you that it's time to think for yourselves. And this is where we pick it up. So, all of you individually, you look around and you see just nothing. A whole plain of nothingness. You hear no wind. You breathe, you hear no breath. You hear nothing. You feel nothing. You feel calm, relaxed, but also a mix of terrified and alert. But all of these emotions just run synchronized. And you are almost perpetually stuck in this moment of everything at once and nothing. But you peer around and there is nothing around you. You hear that voice boom into your head. What would you like to do?
So what's your name then? Ah, fucking nothing. Okay, I'll cast Firebolt at the floor, see if anything happens. I imagine that's also a white expanse,
Yes.
is it not?
Yes.
I'll give that a go.
You. Nothing.
Does it get absorbed, or is it just dissipates?
It just hits and dissipates.
Do I feel any magic?
Roll an Arcana check.
I'm gonna just start walking forward
Okay.
and to see if going forwards is me thinking for myself.
12 plus 8, so 8, 9, 10, 20.
Okay. You find an aura of magic all around you. This entire place is that of Arcane.
Well, at least I found that out. Not that it really fucking helps. I will try cast Sending to either Gerald or... Yeah, I'll just send it to Gerald, see what I can get.
Okay.
Not expecting it to work, but...
Let's try. Definitely because you forgot Tara's name.
And Tara, you
Yeah.
you do begin to just start walking, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
find it's weird as you do walk forward because everywhere is just nothing. You find yourself as if you're walking in place. You don't feel tired. You don't feel exhausted. You feel like your legs and your muscles could go forever.
Okay.
But Theron, you cast sending. What would you like to send?
Gerald, just checking to see if you're in this place, or if you're not in this place, or where this spell even works at all.
And as you finish casting, you get the innate feeling that you made no connection to any entity or creature.
Okay, I'll just sit down, take a rest.
Okay. You just pop down, cross-legged, just...
Oh, actually, I could technically ritual cast my Phantom Steed and just see how if it's that infinite. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. You begin to ritual cast, you start drawing on the ground and plating little items down. And while you're doing that, Gerald.
After hearing the voice initially, am I dead? Is this what I get? Selling my soul? Absolutely nothing.
You hear no response.
Well, ignis kicker. I will try casting minor illusion to bring up the form of my parents.
Okay. You cast the illusion and your parents appear in front of you. And you just see the illusion of your dad holding his arm around your mother. They're both looking at you and smiling.
So hey, I fucked this up. Don't know if I'll ever make it back to you guys. Not even sure why I never came back. Suppose, even though you aren't real, I just want to say I miss you. And I love you both.
You see your father's mouth begin to open. And you hear that voice now from the illusion that you cast of your father and your mother, as both of their mouths open at the same time, and you hear that voice. Continue. Think of yourself.
Is it stayed on everyone or just Gerald?
Just Gerald.
Cool, no worries.
So I just left home for myself, really. I felt I was going nowhere. And the bountiful world of opportunity that I saw from the tales of the sailors.
And immediately around you, the white nothingness landscape just flashes for a moment. And you find yourself in the ridge. You see home, you see the small town in Spinetellen. You look across and you see the sea gently casting across the coast. And in the distance, the docks with all the many sailors and ships.
After seeing that, Jill's going to pull out his violin. He's going to start just a small melody, I think.
Okay. Roll a performance check for me, please.
Okay. Also, I'd like to do a slight thing as this. Whoops.
Start singing the breeze between the knees.
Yeah.
It is not going to be breeze between the knees. 14 plus 12, 26.
Okay.
Oh.
So, home is behind, the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread. Through shadow to the edge of night, until the stars are all alight. Mist and shadow, cloud and shade, all shall fade, all shall fade.
And just as you finish off that line, you hear the twigs begin to snap next to you. And out of the brush, you see a young little Kenku that you recognize immediately as yourself, as a young boy, as a young crow from where you started. And the kid just looks at you. That was amazing. I've always wanted to play something like that. Can I try?
Of course. Your talent is never ending.
And you hand the young Kenku your violin, and they gently begin to bow. And let's see, performance check. Okay. Natural
This is meant to be
17.
Gerald.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Just begins to bow. And you just hear this gorgeous serenade of this slow, melodic violin that begins to take you on a journey of sadness and loneliness to find happiness and to find something that brings joy. And as it begins to, the melancholic serenade begins to build up, Gerald, you hear in your head that voice again. Take your soul back. As you look to this young Kenku who's like, his back is to you as he's playing, but then he does kind of look over to you a couple times through some notes and with a big grin across his wide beak.
So as this happens,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just start singing with him playing
Mm-hmm.
before we go. When the cold of winter comes, starless night will cover day. In the veiling of the sun, we will walk in bitter rain. But in dreams, I can hear your name. And in dreams, we will meet again. And I'd just like to hug then my younger self as I go for it.
Right. And as both of you finish singing together, you just wrap your arms around him, and the violin kind of stops as you just hold him. And you hear the voice slightly whisper one more time. Just after as your younger self, you just hear him say, I needed this. Thank you.
So did I.
And you hear the voice whisper, now take your soul back.
He is me. I can't kill him. I just accept him.
Can you please roll a intelligence saving throw for me, please?
Yeah. 13.
You feel the young Kenku in your arms just begin to grow warmer and warmer, and the area around you slowly begins to just fade away, also gently. You see the Kenku himself and the trees and the bushes around you all begin to flake off as if they are bits of ash just caving away. And in that moment, as you close your eyes and you gently feel everything just wash away, and in your chest it feels warm. And you close your eyes, and that bright white just flickers away. And in your unconscious state, you find yourself, you hear the wind begin to hurl past you. Can you please make a death saving throw for me, please?
11. Bloody hell.
Just one success. Terra and Theron.
Yes.
Terra, you have walked and walked and walked, finding nothing. Theron, you ritual cast your steed, and it appears.
Hey, old buddy. Let's go for a ride.
And you begin riding off.
Just
Nah.
to see if there's any limit.
As you continue, and you find no limit. You find it's almost as if you're stationary running through this place. Yet you feel like you're moving, and you are moving, but you're not.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You continue to ride, and you do hear the clips and the clops of the hooves just cracking across some certain solid ground. But as you continue to ride and test the limits, Terra, you keep walking and walking to find nothing, and you hear the voice boom in. Don't walk away.
I'll stop hearing that. And I'll turn around. So, full 180. Where are you? With my arms, like, open out to question whereabouts a voice could be coming from. Do I need to walk this way? And I'll walk back. Knowing I'm going nowhere.
Walk with yourself.
How can I do that? It's only me here. I'm gonna think. My face is gonna make the thinking face.
Oh yeah, the little scrunchy.
And think about walking.
Tell me what you're exactly thinking about.
So, have you seen to walk with myself? I'm thinking of if I could kind of like link with myself, and then
Okay.
they would link, and then they would link, and then they would, do you know what I mean? So it's just mentally like thinking we're all like, because I'm not myself.
And
Yeah.
as you think about the long chain of yourself linking one another, the white expanse, you see a dot of green far, far away. And as you think harder and harder, that dot begins to grow and grow and grow and grow into a massive fauna and forest and wilderness around you. You begin to hear the birds just flying off around you. You see small boulders set, just covered in moss. You see a small little stream just babbling on through. And you look to your left, and you see the younger version of yourself, the once fleshy, more human, like Terra. In one arm, and in the other, you see the same girl. And next to them, you see the same girl, and the same, and the same, and the same, and the same, and the same. And you look along, and there are about 12 small Terras on each arm, and you're all linking together as one big chain. And you find yourself all walking. Again, the synchronicity is incredible. Each step, the exact same. The same look. All the heads turn as well. And you find a familiarity with your surroundings. If the temperature feels the same, birds, trees, they all look and sound and feel the same as Growldean. You begin to just push through the fauna and the foliage, and you see a separate Terra running through with two small friends, and you hear the giggles of children and the laughter. You see them waving sticks around like swords. You hear the constant as they scream on guard. Before everyone just stops for a moment as you hear a deep
Does it come from a like originating source? Does it sound like it's coming from a left or a right?
roll a perception check for me, please.
13 with perception. If I'm right, it's 2. Perception is 4. 17.
Okay. You notice that it's coming from your right, and it's coming from behind a few large thickets.
Okay.
And you
I'm
see
going to...
that smaller Terra who has stopped, and the other two kids just kind of staring in fear and just still.
Okay. I'm going to dash as quickly as possible towards my one self and two children and try to jump in front of where the source would come from.
Okay. You dash, and as you do, the linked 24 other little Terra girls dash with you in one big line.
We all won.
And you charge forward, and you stop in front of the girl and the other children. And you hear the little girl behind you. Who are you?
I'm going to look in the general direction of where the source come from. If I can't see anything, I'll turn back. And you? And yeah, just look back forwards.
And as you look forwards again, you see the large, feathered, bear-like creature. As you see a colossal owlbear mother
Nice.
looking straight at you.
I'm going to see if the owlbear is pregnant.
Roll a nature check.
Yeah.
I'll say with advantage.
Oh, okay. Nature. It's not as good as
No, it's
Geralt's.
okay. It's the druids that never go into nature. I get it.
Yeah. 22.
That's
But I have
really
a plus
good.
6 to it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's-
But it's not a performance.
Not a plus
Yeah, it's
five.
not plus 12. You know, only so lucky when we metagame it.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
Fucking
Yeah,
min maxes. You do notice that this Mama Owlbear is heavily pregnant and almost in a protective stance. As you can see, like just behind the large, thick limbs of their feet, you see a nest of straw.
Okay. Because at this point, I don't have what is it without my ritual. Even though it would take me too long to cast anyway, I'm going to attempt to think how I could interpret safety in the sounds of an owlbear, and as I'm doing so, I'm going to like lower my arms for the kids to sit down, and also to crouch and sit down, to try to maybe make them the right move that my mum and dad didn't.
Okay. You begin to think, and you usher for the kids to sit down.
Yeah.
And they all do, and you do with your 24 little Terra girls that sit down as well. And as you just close your eyes and begin to think, as you feel this, you hear the twigs begin to snap and the foliage and the grass just be stomped down. And in your head you can hear the grumble of the owlbear constantly over and over, getting more scared itself and more protective. And just as you think of safety and the sounds of an owlbear, before you open your eyes, you begin to hear that large just stop for a moment.
Yep.
And barely in front of you, we hear the sound.
These are the sounds of Mogwai, or is this the sounds of a response that?
You know who the sounds are.
Yeah, good.
And
If in this form of myself could cry, at least the little girls are of me are.
you open your eyes and you see Mogwai, but young, very small, just born, just plopped on the ground, looking at you.
Do I have everything that I have on me? On me still?
Yes.
I do.
Well, that's if you choose for it to be.
Okay, I'm definitely going to look into my bag of holding. As if I'm right. I still have some food on me.
as you begin reaching into your bag,
Yeah.
you see the mother.
Yeah. Yeah, word.
And just step forward about 4 steps. You
Yeah.
find that the little baby Mogwai
Mm-hmm.
is roughly about 4 or so feet from you, and the mother is only about 10 feet away from Mogwai.
Yeah.
And you see the panic on its face.
Yeah.
And worry.
But it wants the smaller version of Mogwai to go in front, kind of thing. I'm going to pull out a chunk of wrapped beef that we'd already brought us. I'm going to unwrap it, and I'm going to put it like extended arms, so it's a good distance away. The monk can see that it's far away from me. It's your favourite. I'm going to then pull back my whole posture.
And as you pull back, almost as if you choreographed it, you pull back and the head begins to lower.
Yeah.
Towards the food. And you just see the baby Mogwai just slowly begin to and just slowly begin to just mouth around the beef and begin to just take in the taste before the little Mogwai does begin to just and just begin to eat. And at this point the mother, less panicked, slowly just lumbers to you and lowers her head to you to look you dead in the eye.
Yeah.
And you see the mouth open, but rather than a groan, you hear, "Take your soul back."
This is me. God.
You see all 24 young terror heads turn to you, and as they do, they all mouth at the same time, but one voice emits out. You have no soul, no light inside. Take it back.
I'm going to actively shake my head. I've become more of me without Taratai. And I can find him again. I've got more of a soul without one.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
7 with this my lowest persuasion. 10.
You hear the mother owlbear as you turn your head back to it.
Yeah.
And the pearlescent orange eyes are staring at just straight at you.
Okay. In like a not so good way.
In a very stern and almost menacing way as you see the claws begin to extend under its paws. And the mouth opens. And you hear another. And then it looks down to the little mogwai, and you see the teeny tiny owlbear cub just looking up to you.
Yeah.
And Mogwai's small beak opens again, and this time it mouths words. No soul. No light. Then you shall adopt the dark. And the mother, and you see it just slam its large paw over the young Tara behind you as the other kids just stand up and freak out and begin to run away.
Yeah.
And
all the other 24.
No, those 24 stay
just
with
the
you.
two.
Yeah. The two
Okay,
children run.
Yeah.
And you look back and you just feel like this pain in your chest. And you look and you see the young Tara with the owlbear paw just on her chest, just pushing and already caved it in.
Yeah.
And you just hear that gentle just.
I'm going to try to just hit it in some manner. Next to its paw to push it off the small Tara.
Alright, roll a unarmed strike for me.
Yep. Actions, unarmed strike +5 is 17.
17. You land a hit and you just punch it square in its elbow. And you do hear the mother and just move one paw away.
I'm going to try to grab the younger Tara. And I've stamina, so I can't do any.
You see the young Tara, her chest is just bowed in, and almost as if multiple ribs have already been broken and pressed in, and you just see blood just beginning to leak out of her mouth.
Hold on. I'm going to use any movements I can to run.
Okay, you kind of pick her up and just begin to run, and as you turn around and you begin to run through the foliage in the fauna.
Yeah.
You look back, and Mogwai and the mother are standing exactly as they are. You are running and running and running, and you look back, and they're still behind you, unmoving.
But if I'm a good enough distance, I'm just going to cure wounds to see if that'll help her bring her from.
Okay, I want you to make a religion check for me.
Mm-hmm. Religion. 2 to 13.
You go to cure wounds.
Yeah.
And as you see the green vines and the magic begin to wrap around Terra, you see this darkness emanate around her body from her back and cover the damaged and almost brutalized chest as the darkness and the shadow just almost shocks your vines away.
Yeah.
And as you turn, the owlbear mother and is going to just try and slam at you with both paws.
Okay. So she come to me and then try to hit me, yeah?
Yeah. Well, as you're running,
yeah,
you are the same distance away from the mother and Mogwai.
No.
You feel like you look as you're running, you see all the fauna in the trees past you.
Yeah.
And as you turn around, you're still in that exact same spot that you sat down to offer Mogwai food. But then you turn and you can run and hurl through. But the mother doesn't catch you, but catches the young Tara as she slams. And just, you feel, roll a strength saving throw for me with disadvantage.
Okay, 11. Strength saving throw. 12. Sorry, total. This is 13, so 14.
Okay, right. Unfortunately, they roll a natural 16.
That's fine. Perfect.
So in that moment, you feel the young body just slip out of your hands, and you hear a very quick muffled as the body is slammed down and into the thick moss-covered boulders.
Yep.
And just as you look down, almost defeated at your young self,
I'm going to look up into the air. Daratai, I need a minute. And I'm going to try to go down and cure wounds her again and hope that it'll go through.
roll a religion check with disadvantage for me, please.
No worries. Oh, fucking bastard. Second roll was an actual 20. 14.
Okay. You plant your hand over onto the body, and you feel for a second your magic begins to and take hold. Just before the young terror's eyes just flirt open, and the eyes are completely black, and a purple sparkly mist begins to just flow out of her maw as the little terror turns her head.
No light. But you shall have darkness inside.
And the mist begins to envelop you, and the green lush foliage and the babbling brook, the owlbears, mogwais, little sounds and grumbles begin to just be muffled into nothing as blackness just swallows you. I want you to roll an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
15 with a +6, 21.
Okay. You find that darkness take you over, and in the moment, you exhale and you find peace. You find the world dark around you still. You now hear a wind. And in that unconscious state, Tara, I'd like you to roll a death saving throw for me, please.
15.
One success. Theron. You ride and ride and ride until your cheeks are sore and aching. And
They always are.
You find nothing. You find no one for safety. No shelter. Nothing in this expanse.
Kronos, we can stop now, boy.
And Kronos begins to slow down.
I'll just hop off. Don't know. I'll just shout out into the void like, what the fuck are you? Can I at least have a name?
Roll a persuasion
I'm really
check
growing
with
bored of this.
disadvantage.
Ha! No. 6 plus probably 1.
Okay. You hear no response.
Well, you're kind of a waste of time. Hmm. No idea what to do. It's fucking. I'll just sit down on the floor and just sort of meditate and think
As
about all
you
that's gone on.
you plop down, and as your butt hits the ground, you close your eyes for a second and open them as you exhale for a second. And you see in front of you, no more than a foot away, an exact copy of you. Theron sitting cross-legged, just looking at you.
I'll put my hand out.
And their hand reaches out too.
I touch it.
You touch the hand.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. You?
Nah.
Are you a different Theron, or is this a gimmick of this place?
I might be different. I might be the same. You know how these things are. Arcane, time, universe, yada yada yada. Indeed.
Yeah, either way, I'm growing bored of you.
Yeah. I looked at you and I thought, wow, I didn't know I looked so boring.
Yeah, that's for certain.
Yeah.
We are a cunt.
Massive cunt.
Yeah, pretty much. You going to help me get out of here, or?
Nah.
Alright then. Well, you're stuck here too. Bitch. And as I'm walking off, I'll just turn around and firebolt him.
You start walking away, you turn around with your flame in your hand, and you turn, and no one's there. But you hear a voice behind you. You're stuck in here, not me, bitch.
Rude.
I know.
Fun.
I'll just walk off from him. I'll be like, yeah, whatever. Either way, you're probably a construct of this fucking place.
Hey, where you going?
I don't know. There's nowhere to fucking go.
And just as you turn back to where you're walking, you see the same Theon standing there in front of you. Yeah, but really, I mean, where you going? If there's nowhere to go, then where are you going? Why are you walking around?
Because you're in front of me, and I don't want you by me.
Yeah, but
I was quite happy. I was going to meditate.
Okay, so what you're saying is out of all of the infinite amount of us, you don't want one extra next to you? I'm here to keep you company.
Yeah. To be honest, the only ones I ever met were laid in a corner on top of each other dead.
Well, except for the one that was on the rack. I mean, he did beg for your help until he, met the fate as all the rest of us, though.
Huh. Interesting.
We are pretty weak. We should work on that.
How would you know about this?
I know everything. I'm Theron.
Yeah. I forgot how annoying that could be.
I don't.
I know, because you're nothing but a mere spell, probably.
I mean,
I don't believe you're a real Theron.
I mean, that's a little harsh, I mean, there's infinite amounts of us, and now you've met another one of us, and you're saying that it's fake? Come on, where's the wizard in you?
Okay, here's a real question then.
Go ahead.
If you know everything, is my version of Geralf safe now, or not?
Yeah, sure, why not?
That is the fucking answer. I want a natural answer. Come on, stop being a prick.
Me stop being a prick? I mean, I'm just saying, pot calling kettle black here. Listen, you're the prick. Ask your friends. Do you remember that time that you just murdered all three of the Lawkeeper's boys? Oh, I mean, come on, we did great on that. I mean, they hardly got up. It was just gone. We did pretty well.
I guess we did. But...
I mean, we're still a prick.
I panicked in that situation.
Listen, you know, I tell my guys I panic all the time. Really, I've been thinking about killing them for the past 8 years.
Well, wow, and you still haven't?
Not yet. No,
After 8 years?
It's a slow burn. It's like just playing
the
long
works?
game. Yeah.
And I'll just turn around and just start walking off again.
And as you turn around, he's just there in front of you again. So,
oh my god, I'm going to get a nosebleed.
Don't worry, there's plenty of Theorons that actually just get constant nosebleeds. It is a problem. There's one, I can't remember what plane. It might be the Abyssal plane or the Nine Hells. Anyway, that Theron constantly has to have corks up his nose. It's terrible. I mean, you should see his skin as well. I mean, the Nine Hells, the heat, the fire, the sun. That's it, and we're pasty pale. So, you know, it doesn't really work all too well.
Any other words of infinite wisdom?
My Olivia's probably alive and yours ain't. I mean, that could be a thing I could just, you know, poke fun at you at. You say I'm annoying. You know, may as well just put out the facts of time and the universe for you, because clearly, I mean, I don't mean to bash any of us, but you clearly are one of those ones that just don't understand how the universe works properly.
Firebolt.
You cast Firebolt. And the form just disappears.
No doubt when I turn around, is anything there?
No.
Ah, thank God. Bit of peace and fucking quiet.
You hear a voice. Ain't got rid of me that quickly, bitch. As you just like look back up and he's standing there right in front of you.
Out of interest, am I really this annoying throughout all of time and space?
All the time, yeah. I mean, we've been killed more than we've lived, really. There's only a select few people that can actually deal with us. I mean, there's one Theron that just decides to live with crabs.
What did they call him? The Hermit King?
I don't know. They're normal crabs. They can't talk. So they can't tell him how annoying he is, as their king.
Well, he might be able to cast a spell to let them talk to him, I suppose.
I wouldn't if I was him.
Yeah, those pesky crabs. And I'll just walk off again.
You turn away and he's just right in front of you again. I mean, really, I just wouldn't let them talk to me because they'd probably all just say cunt. Or, hey, he's prick, you know, and all the little...
I'll just sit down and start to meditate.
Alright, you sit down and you start to meditate. You close your eyes. You hear a voice. Hey, what you thinking about? You thinking about me naked, aren't you?
He just sees Smirk like, where he's just like...
You think when we get back to our universes, do you think we will be king? Think about that. All the power you could have. Take Geralt back. Rule it yourself.
I don't want no power.
We're
I
wizards,
just want to
that's
give
all
it
we
back to the
want.
people. No, you're wrong. I just like to drink and go on adventures and kill a few guards here and there, apparently.
Or Lawkeeper's sons. Or Leonin.
Whoever.
Oh,
What about the Leonin?
what about the Leonin? He was cool, right?
No. He had a huge fucking railgun. And well, yeah, okay, he was pretty cool.
And you hear the voice in your ear. That's right, Theron. Don't forget just how cool I was, and always will be.
Fair enough. I'd prefer to have your rail rifle, though.
You want a railgun? We'll pick
Yeah,
it.
why don't you?
Pick it
Why
up.
don't you teach me the?
It's right.
Okay.
It's right in front of you.
Okay. I'll reach. Is it there?
Yeah.
The Theron there.
You look and you see Duke Ballantyne standing next to you with a small cigar in his mouth and the cowboy hat just leaned down slightly.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Now, how'd you get this to work exactly? And I'll just shoot him with it.
You ask how it works and you pick it up and you just pull like a thick trigger and it begins to and spray just into the open expanse. And you look down at the gun and as you begin to shoot, you look and no one's there.
Huh, interesting. Is it still in my hand?
Yeah.
No, I'll just chuck it on the floor.
You hear a
I'm
voice.
grown weary.
You hear a voice behind you. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
And you,
Okay, what?
do you remember when you killed me? When you and
I
your
don't
friends
really
just took
care.
me out? But this is your subconscious,
God.
so when you think of it, you really do need to think about it. I mean, it's been a long,
I really don't.
long time since we spoke. Wouldn't you like to, put your feet up, shoot shit? Like old times.
If this is my subconscious, then I just want to wake up. And I'm going to think about waking up.
Okay. You open your eyes. And you're in your bed. The morning amber sun is gently cascading shafts of light through the hatched windows in your childhood bedroom, this large, vast chamber.
I'll look at my hands. Are they my normal hands?
Smaller.
Oh, imagine that. So, yeah. I just get off. I check my glasses.
They are pristine and brand new in the case.
Oh, at least that's something. Sorry. At least that's something.
You hear a knock on the door.
Fuck off. Who is it? I'll just lie back down on the bed and put my hands behind my back. I'm not playing this game. Still lying down.
You hear the voice of your mother. Theron! Help!
Nope, I bitched.
Help! And you begin to hear the door slam even more. And you begin to hear just ragged breaths behind the door. Just...
And I'll open the door,
And-
even though I don't want
and
to.
you... And you hurl the door open. And you see a copy of your adult self of Theron holding a breakfast tray. Hey, sounds like his room service, buddy.
Why not come in?
Thanks. Okay.
And then
so
as he comes in, I'll switch places and shut the door and carry on walking.
you go out the door and close it. And as you and you turn around, you're back in the bedroom with that Theron sitting on the bed with the breakfast laid out. Just come join me. It's breakfast time. Come on, we've got our favourites. We've got waffles, we've got some eggs, we even got some goat milk.
Wow, can't get enough of goat milk, can we? Do you have any information that's even relevant in any way, shape, or form that will help me to get out of this fucking place?
Yeah, plenty.
Well, fucking hurry up and tell me.
Use your manners. And first, be a good boy, eat your breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day.
Fuck off. You're not my dad. And guess what? He's dead.
I'm not your dad. Are you sure? As Theon just leans into you, and in just one blink, Johan is there. Come on, my boy. Eat your food, and then I'll take you to the library. Wouldn't that be amazing?
I don't want to play this game. It's boring.
What game?
Whoever this construction that somebody's made inside the white void.
Son,
Father,
eat your pancakes.
you eat the fucking pancakes.
And you see the form just, and you see Theon smiling just with a big grin. Okay, listen, I tried. This is really, you're doing all of this.
Go on, explain. I'm listening.
Okay, so a little while ago, I decided that I wanted to be a part of your world, and just so happened to be that some little girl really wished that she had a deity to look for and, be able to get guidance from it or me. Right? You following along so far?
Not really, but
Okay,
continue.
Good. And so, for the last 2 decades, maybe near 3, I don't know, I really lost count. In my world, time goes so slowly.
I know, I can tell.
Yeah. But that girl looked to me, I gave her a little bit of a nudge of her power, and then only recently, actually, in the past few months, something happened, and I decided, okay, enough's enough. I'm bored now, and I want to go and do other things, like jump into another form,
I can see why you do that if you got
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah. So, I jumped into that form.
So
And-
out of interest,
Yeah.
are you actually a Theron, or are you an entity guising
I'm whatever you
Just-
want me to be.
one of those, are you?
I know. Sounds really slutty, a little bit of a cunt move, but it works.
Anyway, continue.
So, I jump into that form, and lo and behold, wow. Woo! Hoo-wee! Whatever this Theron says. I have no idea. Yeehaw.
Okay.
Gee willikers.
I don't say that. Yeah, I don't say that shit.
Oh, I've got one. Okay. Oh, golly.
I don't think I say that either. But
Oh. Oh, fuck.
pretty much.
Okay, that's yours. Okay. So, I was like, oh, fuck. And then there was so much power in this one creature, and I could change forms, and I could hide in plain sight, right? And one day, I met a woman, and I met a couple other men,
Kinky.
right? Unfortunately, that's not the way it went. It turned out that they wanted to go and adventure, help the world, all that stuff, right? We went across all of Westrum, and
Like all of it?
yeah, all of it. And
Out your interest. Who was this being with the source of power?
Well, we'll get to that. So it
I
was
prefer to get to that quickly.
So it was me in this party. It was me, a gnomish woman, a dragonborn guy, and a large half giant, and we went everywhere in Westrum.
Yeah.
For hundreds of years, we were amazing.
You all managed to stay alive that long?
Because we're amazing. We are perfect. But as we went around and just showing Westrum what the elite had to offer, we just covered the entire hemisphere with good deeds, and just we help people. Then I thought, well, that's really boring too. After 300 years, it got a little stale. So
it was getting boring just listening to you. I'll be honest with
right. So imagine living it. How bad would that be? Yeah, I know. Oh fuck. So I go off, and I decide, you know what? We've done the good guy thing. Let's have some fun.
Oh, so you went the evil route for a bit.
Yeah, we had to just mix it up a little bit, right? Why be morally grey when you can be morally free?
At this point, I'll just pick up the drink on the wherever the drink is on that, and I'll start drinking.
You just see like a nice frosted cold mug of like iced tea. You just pick up from a small little side table, and the other Theron picks one up as well. And you look up, and he's now puffing on a pipe as well. So anyway, so had a bit of fun, and then, would you believe
you got bored of that?
Met you guys.
Oh, are you still on your evil?
Yeah.
Like phase?
Yeah. But the thing is, though, I met all of you.
What do you think about morally grey people?
Well, I really enjoyed the morally grey on the ship when we were flying over. But that lasted for what? I mean, not as long as I wanted to, right? I got to send a couple people off the side, and then it all just went. It was supposed to go a little bit better, you were supposed to all just become my subjects and bow down to me, right? Bow down to the Emperor of Time and Arcane, that is me. Just like you,
isn't that supposed to be me?
Kind of like you, but just
better.
And
yeah, I knew you were going to go there. Yeah. Oh, by the way, nice to meet you.
Yeah, whatever. So I went, and I saw all of you, and really.
So you were that entity, Head Crusher.
Yeah. You remember me, eh?
Yeah. And then what were those words? Off the side. Was that you?
You nearly nailed it. Yeah. I mean, that voice was a little weird. I mean, he was cracked in the head before I got there, but the whole off the side, it was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, come on, he really wanted to sniff some cheese. You know what I mean?
He really did. I mean, I have to say,
or a cheese sniffer. Am I right?
For me personally, I mean that gag just went on a little bit too long. I had to cancel out the I need some cheese. Please give me cheese. It just felt like a little. Pushy.
Too cheesy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do feel really bad. A little bit.
I mean, I don't think you do, but continue.
Well, your girlfriend. Not the one who's.
It's alright, I don't have one.
No, not now. He's encased in ice. But I'm on about your lady friend in the party. Like, Rata, Hoodie. Yeah, anyway, that bitch. I kind of feel a little bit bad.
What you mean the light one? The one that you stole the light from?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Out of interest, what is all that light about?
Oh, it's just taking
between
up...
us friends. I mean, between us friends.
It's taking up space and it needs to be destroyed. I mean, really, the only thing that's going to be left in this world is going to be my darkness anyway. So, I thought, I'll give you all a chance to see if you're worthy of me letting free, so we can, keep playing this cat and mouse.
I mean, natural order of the world, order to chaos. Am I right?
Exactly, but the chaos will come, and it's gonna be so much fun.
But what? Okay. Hypothetical. Say you manage to destroy everything. Everything returns to dark. What then? There's gonna be nothing left.
It'll be a whole world of darkness just for me.
Wow. And then you'll be super bored.
Yeah. But then I'll probably just go to another universal plane of existence and see what we can do there, you know? Kind of like tick it off like
I suppose.
little boxes. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I was going to do this whole spiel like I did with the others, where it's like, you know, take your soul back and all this, right? Surprisingly, your friends are a lot hardier than I thought, you know.
Oh, fair enough.
And obviously you're really weak. So
Yeah.
So between us, we can come to an understanding, or it's going to be pretty difficult for you to leave.
I mean, okay. So what if we did a deal?
Well, the deal would be that you worship me, and I give you some power, maybe.
I mean, does it look like I worship people?
No, but you don't need to be so overt about it. Just be, you know, just be subtle. Be Theron. Be me.
I'm not gonna worship you. If anything, I want to steal your fucking power.
You can't get that power.
Not now.
It's too much for you.
Maybe in time.
No, with time, it will all be way too much for you.
Who knows? What?
I do.
Out of interest. Okay. What's this tattoo thing? Tell me what's that all about? With the glowy tattoos and the book.
That wasn't me.
I know, but
I didn't.
considering you know everything,
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you could give me a little bit of info.
So when I was using the book,
And I'll just start eating whatever. I'm like, pretty good to be fair, considering it's imaginary.
It's good chicken, right? So when I was reading out the tome, and
Chicken?
yeah, sure, or beef, or fish. Yeah,
I
when
actually don't know what it tastes like.
do you remember when you were reading through that tome that you oh so daintily killed my form with? When you were younger and you went into the library, you found that tome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you started reading it, and you started trying to cast one or two spells. I thought, wow, that's really cute. He's trying. But I sensed a little bit more in you. So, what I decided to do was
As an experiment.
Exactly, was to amplify the magic you could create, using you as the catalyst to be able to amplify that power into the tome. And would you believe it? You created an entire fucked up version of a time stop spell over your entire city and home.
Thank you. But that was kind of your fault.
No, I gave you a nudge.
Oh,
but
thank you.
But from then, I was able to use that tome and actually, you know, sift through it and see any good things in there.
Was there?
Oh, plenty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is the tome still there if and when I get back?
Maybe.
Who knows? I guess time will tell.
Okay, this whole time gag, I mean, it's cute, but, you know, maybe in about 2 decades you'll probably want to drop it a little bit. Anyway. We're going to need to talk about, you know, you getting out of here, or not.
Yeah.
You did jobs for me before anyway. Why don't you do another?
Depends what the job is.
I want you to make sure that
Why can't you do it yourself?
I've got
I thought you're
loads
supposed
of
to be all
things to do.
powerful.
Yeah, sure, to a degree. I got other things I need to do first. But
Like
in the
what?
meantime,
Like, what are the things you got to do?
you know, go save your sister. Make sure
Why would
that
you
she...
save my sister?
Why not? Do you
there's
know?
always a reason.
Do you know how tough that girl is? I mean, talk about commander material, like right hand man.
Oh,
She'll
yeah,
be incredible.
I totally forgot. She's got that red thing inside of her. That crystal thing.
Oh, that was your dad.
What a prick, right?
Yeah, so weak,
Yeah.
just like his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So continue. What job would you like me to do? Oh Lord of everything.
Thank you.
I didn't mean it.
When I see you all again, and I will,
Maybe.
definitely. But when I
In
see
time.
you, fine, in time. When I see all of you, if you're still alive and kicking,
Mm-hmm.
you will join me and your sister.
I don't think I will.
Very well.
Or maybe I will. I don't know. Depends on the situation.
Theron, to get you
Yes,
out of
my
this
dear.
place, you really need to agree with me. You really need to follow a higher order.
Yeah, but you know full well I don't like agreeing with people.
Well, you might not like agreeing, but you sure as hell like those consequences just a little more. Seem to happen a lot.
I know. And I'm still going to tell you to fuck off, most likely.
Yeah, I imagine that. So, it was a
I'm
good
not
talk.
your porn. I'm not anyone's porn.
You are a bitch, though.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, good talk. Yeah. Good luck with your soul and everything.
Yeah, good luck with your fucking darkness shit.
Yeah. See ya. And
See ya.
you see the hand just push forward, and as it touches your chest.
And as he does that, I'll just put my fingers up, and I use Mage Hand.
Okay, so triple bird.
And I'm going to cast, if I can,
Yeah.
Minor Illusion of me doing that as well.
So all 5 birds just hold up, just as you feel as if a whole universe is being kicked through you.
Nice.
Theron, I want, as you feel your soul being pushed away, and with the force of an entire universe thrusting through you, attempting to tear your soul out of its place,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to roll an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Oh, easy peasy, bro. Or is it? Saving throw. 13 plus 8.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine just saying 21.
I just like saying 13 plus 8.
Oh,
Well,
we don't like theory.
that is exactly what you needed
Yeah, no.
to save. And you open your eyes. And you hear
What
the
a
hand whispering.
I look about where I'm at.
You are exactly at the top of the clock tower.
I will go to the first
The-
person I see and get one of the potions out and
Okay.
put it into the first person.
Right. Just
Who's
in that time of looking around, just for funsies. Gerald
Yeah.
and Tara, roll a death save for me, please.
13.
13, one
7.
success, 1 failure. Okay, Theron, you get a potion out. Which potion are you getting out?
Just a normal potion.
Alright, potion of healing. You take it over to...
The first one who's near me. Whoever it is. I mean, I can just have a look.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm on the stairs. I think Tara.
probably be Tara.
Outside.
Yeah, probably be Tara.
Yeah, okay. Tara,
Mhm.
Theron, you pump. Roll 2d4 plus 2 for me.
Can't fucking see it. 4. 4.
Nice. So 10 hit points back to you, Tara.
Yum.
As you breathe in that deep gasp. And just at this point, as Theron, you see Tara's eyes open. You see her pupils are just an eye, and her entire eyes with the pupils, the iris, and I forget the outside part of the white is
Her eyes.
yeah. Basically, her whole eyes. Shut up! You go on me, and I want to be descriptive.
Yeah.
Are completely jet black.
Oh shit, he's got 2 years, hasn't he?
I think we just call it the whites, don't we?
I'm
The
sure
white
there's a
ear.
medical
The
term.
white in the
White
eyes.
of the eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
But everything is just solid black, like just a matte black.
I'll just actually, I will bump my owl. Is the book anywhere?
Yeah, it's on the floor.
I'll get my owl to like take the book.
All right.
And
As you get the owl to, and it just swoops down, and just grabbing the tome and flying up. All of you except Gerald, hear. Come on then, you cunt! Fire! And all of you see just a bright wave of orange lights get closer and closer to the tower. I want everyone to make a dexterity saving throw except for Gerald, who fails and instantly takes a death failure.
Oh, lovely.
16.
16,
With plus
okay.
two.
Alright. Theron?
13 plus 1, 14.
Okay. Fucking A. So you got 14 and Tara, you got 16. Okay. Tara,
Yeah.
you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Theron, you take 10.
Fuck.
And at that point, as Tara, you just tuck away and just you feel one arrow just into your shoulder, and you look over to the battlefield, and you see the form of Red holding that dagger into the shape changer, with a frozen arm, and Rayloff grabbing on with his halberd pointed towards, all completely frozen.
Mm-hmm.
You see Red, who's jamming that dagger into the non-frozen part of the shape changer's body, before you just kind of see it. And she takes one minor step back, and you see just an arrow shaft sticking out from the dead center of her chest. And she just slams down to the ground.
Okay. Can I do something?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Can I use momentary stasis on it? See if it'll hold any injuries.
You can try. But she fails to save instantly, so you do just see the body just...
I'm going
Freeze
to
up
pull
for a
out my staff
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like,
and
Terror,
strike
Terror.
the ground.
get to her, and I'll go towards Gerald.
And as Theron runs over to Gerald, Tara, you get your staff out.
And mask your wounds.
Roll it.
Yeah. The 6 people are going to be me. It's going to be Red. It's going to be Gerald. It's going to be Theron. It's going to be
Shape changer.
not the shape changer.
I'm
You're
back.
And I will pump one into Rayloff,
Mhm.
and the other one can be in Red again. So 2 on Red.
Okay.
It's the 8. So I will do Red first,
Yes.
just to make it nice. 6, 7, 8, 15, 21, 25. She gains 29 hit points.
And at this point, I'm literally like limping and dragging my feet
I'll
towards
do.
Gerald.
Here on next as I just fucking kick my dice underneath.
You hear Red instantly. Fuck! And she just snaps the arrow shaft in her chest and
Just for now,
throws it away.
I will.
I make way towards Gerald to pour the potion in.
Theron, you get 15.
It's better than 5.
Gerald, you're getting 23.
Nice, thank you.
Oh shit! I didn't even need to walk up to him.
I know.
Okay then, as Gerald comes back, I'll as I've unpopped the cork, I'll just drink the potion myself.
Rayloff, if he can accept a health potion or from the Mask of Your Wounds, he's going to gain 11. I rolled rash.
Okay. You don't sense a connection between the healing magic and aura to Rayloff at this moment.
That's annoying. And I gain 23. Heal. Awesome. Okay. And then I'll just like shout out, "We've won!" and see if that'll stop him
Alright.
from shooting anymore.
And just as you scream that, you hear all the rambles just go silent for a moment. And the crowd just simmers down for a second. And you just hear a distant voice go, "Yeah, she said quiet, you cunts. We're done." Just like slowly just muffled and echo slightly around the town. And the arrows cease fire. Gerald, you open your eyes and take that deep breath you've been longing for.
And as all this is like this, I'll just walk up to Terra and I'll grab her head.
Thanks, buddy.
Terra, your eyes are black.
Aren't they normally black?
No, probably not.
I can't remember seeing myself in the mirror.
That's because there's no point. Can I do an Arcana check?
What are you trying to ascertain?
Considering we've been in that place and he's mentioned all that bullshit, I'm just seeing that if there's anything familiar, A, to him, and B, just in general, any evil-y Arcana.
So you want to look over her to see if there's any resemblance of
that entity.
Sure. Roll a... I'd just say roll an Arcana check.
Just so you know, I do know that my eyes are meant to be green.
Yeah.
I know they're not black.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
What'd you get, Theron?
Oh, 20. Me
20.
microphone switched on.
Okay.
Are you bored?
20. Can't.
Non-natural.
Okay, non-natural 20. You notice that something is different. Not in the way that she acts, or she speaks, or she really looks, except for the eyes. And as you... Terry, you're a little bit off-put as Theron just puts his face like right into yours. Just looking...
Hey!
Just looking at your eyes. And Theron, you notice, as you feel a slightly similar semblance of the arcane that emanated from that entity, you look into Terra's eyes and you see in that deep matte black, like very, very, like you have to look so closely, you almost see a dot of just like a swirling purple, sparkly cosmos.
I get my knife right to stab myself in the face.
And just
Interesting.
Doses.
and just as you find that, and you see in Tara's eyes that matte black and that dot of swirling energy. Tara.
Yeah.
You feel full.
Full. Like I just ate a meal.
You feel full of energy. You feel full of power again, just like you did with the light. But you feel this is almost a self-indulgent, good feeling. And you feel a new power run through your form. And that is where we're going to take a quick break and come back after that to pick it up.
Amazing. You crazy.
Yeah. Okay,
Fucking
so
hero.
yeah, mindfuckery to the extreme. So, well, to you guys, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I've had a blast. It's been weird and
Yeah.
fucked up.
Mhm.
And for everyone watching, we hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. We are going to go take a quick break. So if so, we're going to go get some snackies or go to the bathroom. And if you need to, please do the same. Until then, just fucking slam
Dropping
it.
shit on your keyboard.
Until then, we will see you after just a short while. Hello and welcome back. As we come back into the game, the Companions of Fate dealt with whatever entities that they thought of, whatever scenarios they found themselves in through your own creation inside this purgatory of nothing that you were sent to. Gerald narrowly escaped, as did Theron. After Gerald accepted and embraced his younger self, something that you always needed but were never given. Theron took his time shit-talking his way through it and arguing with himself until you were basically pushed out and just barely being able to hold on to your soul.
Say so.
However, Terra unfortunately found difficulty in attaining the soul to return back, and yet she was instilled with new power from this entity and from one of the very things that Terra is despised. But you all open your eyes, and the raining fire of arrows quickly cease as Terra heals everyone, and Theron also aids to help with the health potions. And just after Theron takes a deep look into your eyes, Terra, he notices that they are completely matte black, with a small dot of a swirling, sparkling, purpley mist of cosmos. And as you feel this fullness, this energy, and this power, you feel that same warmth that you found with Teratai, but that warmth quickly turns to a biting chill that sends shivers through your metallic, warforged form. And you don't feel that going away anytime soon, as this internal coldness and darkness fills you.
Terror, how do you feel?
Alone.
Did we win? You'll hear a voice come from below the stairs.
Kind of.
You hear Red. Most of us.
Excellent. Oh shit! And you're gonna hear a clatter down the stairs as he's tried to right himself up, but has fallen back down
as
the
you
stairs.
hear Gerald,
Yep.
you
It's damage.
take 3 points of bludgeoning damage falling down the stairs.
Nice. I'm okay. Don't worry. Oh, I'm gonna get out properly. Oh, they stairs.
Terror?
Red is just about like clutching and standing up herself.
Terror, you do realize who this is?
Who what is?
Inside of you. It's a pretty sick joke. Do you know that white void?
Yeah.
It was him.
It was who? I saw me.
I know, because I'm not an idiot like you.
You trying
I
to call
saw-
me an idiot? I'm gonna prepare a slap in the face. Let me just. Oh yeah, that 1 second. No. I will prepare a slap though.
It's
Okay.
him. It's the entity that stole the light. He's literally put some kind of darkness in you.
As a realization what Theon's trying to portray. Surely you're lying.
Buddy, I'm not lying. I had a conversation with him. He's going to literally rend this universe into darkness. Just because he's fucking bored. He is beyond us. And we need help more than probably the gods. We need some godly power. Or else, one, we're not going to survive. Two, he might take over your body. Who knows?
Well,
I don't know what this means.
if he was the same as what... It feels the same as what Taratai was like. He is one with me.
Huh. I don't think that's a good thing, Tara.
Oh, I know. Is
If
there
you
anything
can
in my head telling me I have to kind of obey or anything?
Nothing.
Or is it just hosting a spirit?
You feel like yourself, except for that cold.
Mm-hmm.
Or that newly found biting cold inside you. And you find yourself, as you're looking at Theron and Gerald, you come up the stairs and you join them. And Gerald and Theron, you both see just as Tara's like looking down, and you can't really tell if her eyes like moving around to look, because it is all just a matte black. You begin to see just a thin line of a tear that is just jet black beginning to run down her metallic face.
I'll get a bit of my sleeve and just wipe it off. And I'll smell it. Does it smell like anything? I'm not going to taste it.
It actually,
Not that fucking weird.
yeah, roll a perception check for me.
16 plus 7.
Okay. So 23. You expect it to be...
And I sort of do that with it in the sleeve.
Yeah. You expect it to be oily and thick and syrupy. But it's... With your extremely good roll, it smells and feels like a completely human, natural tear.
Huh. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's just like a normal tear, but black.
I'm gonna like touch my arm, see if I get any like resistance from it normally being now metal, or if it's became like a fleshy, like back or barrier.
You notice that it's still metallic. And as you're pondering and you're looking down at yourself and feeling your arms and your hands, you begin to get this sense, this overwhelming pressure in your throat. And this emptiness in your chest as you like slowly feel yourself begin to go lightheaded.
I kind of drop to one knee.
And you drop to one
drop
knee.
To two.
And you drop to both. And you feel your vision begin to go slightly blurry and blurry and blurrier. And you feel yourself going and going and going.
Do I see this?
Mm-hmm.
You're right in front of me. I'll drop to the side.
I'll give her a quick slap.
Okay. Roll an arm strike for me.
Non-lethal. It's not going to be lethal.
Fucking down.
Stay down.
The wizard actually kills someone with a slap.
15. What's it going to be? Probably
Plus strength.
1.
You missed.
16.
16.
Yeah, no, so you heard a slap and you hit her arm and shoulder as she... Actually, no, you hit her back as she drops to her side. And Tara, as you feel that slap, you feel a shock and a panic in your mind as you...
Tara, stay with us.
And in that moment...
Before the last one.
In that moment, as you inhale deeply, you actually suck in air and breathe a normal breath again.
Tara, stay with us, and I'll go for another slap.
Roll for unarmed strike.
If he does, I'm going to try to grab the hand.
Okay, unarmed strike with disadvantage for me.
19 plus 1. 12 plus 1. 13.
Yeah.
So as you say, stay with, and you go, you just feel your hand just stopped.
Ha! You are with us.
Yeah.
Can you let go now?
Yeah.
Tara, let go.
I'll let go. Having the memories of past Tara. Does anyone have any food? I'm so hungry.
Can you give me a minute?
No, it's okay. I got it. Are you okay? And Red just hands you some rations.
I don't know.
And it's just
I'm just
looking
going
at
to
your eyes.
scoff it down.
Yeah, you scoff.
Yeah.
And as you hurl it back,
Imagine actually giving them food.
yeah, you hurl it back, and you can taste the dried meat. You sense saliva building as you chew. And as most of the rations have gone, you feel that just grumbling, twisting stomach gently begin to settle.
Did it work? Do you taste?
I can taste.
You lucky bastard.
I'll start walking past Rayloff, and I'll just be like, "Fuck's sake, buddy." And I'll carry on, because what I want to see, I'll go out to the balcony, and I want to see, is it still looking empty in Girov?
You look out to Gerolf, and you see the Wanderers have all rallied together, all grouped up standing there, still with a flaming arrow on the bow, just in case. And in the darkness, as you look out across Gerolf, you begin to see small candlelight being created in one hovel, 2, 6, 12, 30. These lights begin to just emanate. And within a few moments, you begin to see doors of homes begin to open. And townsfolk begin to come out with small torches and candelabras and wandering out over to the Wanderers and looking around the main market and the main and just with Yggdrasil standing fully over with the branches that were previously broken off and dead now slowly returning to that gorgeous brown full of colour and life, and the branches extending slightly, and the once dead leaves turning a lush green once again.
A single tear just goes down my eye. I sort of rub it away, and I'll be like, at least something good came of this.
You hear a voice behind you. You crying?
No, of course not.
I mean, well, what's that in your eye then?
Do you want me to call you by your name?
Okay, shut up.
Yeah.
And Red goes over to the shape changer and just takes out the ethereal dagger.
What's the ethereal dagger look like? Spent? Or
Still just as it was when you found it.
this dagger might be actually useful for killing that other entity, maybe.
Oh.
Would it even have a heart?
Does it need a heart?
Either way,
I
it's
don't-
mine.
That just means we'll have to call upon you to kill the evil entity.
Every time.
Really?
That's
Oh,
the
we-
burden you must bear to keep the dagger.
Fine, fine.
Mm.
I'll let you call upon me at one point.
At one
Maybe.
point, maybe,
Okay, sure, when you call on me, I'll be there.
anytime.
There we go.
Sure. What if I've actually, I'm getting, down? What if I've got a boyfriend then? What if we're just in the middle of me pretending to come and you call upon me? What am I supposed to do? Stop?
So,
No, you finish off first, though, obviously.
Okay,
are
got you.
you not a thing anymore? Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Let's just get all this sorted.
Now
Tara.
that I'm different.
Tara. Nothing is different except for your eyes, and they honestly look a little prettier to me.
The emo phase gets Red going.
Shut up.
Bitch.
Yeah, those dark eyes aren't ominous at all.
Some people wouldn't say
every
ominous,
that
they'd say
I-
alluring.
Yeah, but
I start searching the body of what's his name?
Okay.
what's his name? to be honest?
Shape changer.
Yeah, I don't care about his name.
Tara, let's get all this sorted out. And then if I need to go back home, you'll always be able to call upon me.
Speaking bad.
Of course I will. I mean, come on. I mean, with those pretty eyes, you think I'm going to stay away for long? And I haven't even tried stabbing you yet.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So, what are we going to do with Big One?
Can do an Arcana check, see if it's magical.
No,
Nature?
you are currently searching the body.
Oh, yeah, okay. Simon?
That's all right.
Roll an
fine.
investigation check for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd like to actually check if he's still even alive in there. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Possibly.
Well, tell me how you're going to do it, and then I'll give you a roll.
I think I know what I'd try to do. Gerald's going to climb onto the top, and he's just going to put his entire front body, so his legs are going to wrap around Raylos's face at the front, around, and see if it causes any even disturbance, shake, or if,
Okay. Roll a perception
whilst
check.
I'm
for me.
climbing up, see if his eyes sort of go like, no.
Yeah, roll a perception check for me.
26.
26. As you wrap your warm Kenku crotch around Raylof's face, and you wait to feel or see anything, or hear anything, you don't feel any change, any breath. You don't see the eyes move in disappointment and disapproval and annoyance. You see your friend still, the features of his face and his body so defined in the eyes, like he's been sculpted, just in this furious rage, grabbing onto one arm, and the fully frozen, almost glass halberd now, matching his form, pointing directly at the shape changer's chest, as his face is just stricken with rage, as it just...
As one last ditch attempt, I'd like to also cast Detect Thoughts to see if that works upon him.
You cast the spell, and you find no connection to any conscience or mind.
I come down. I'll actually just like hug the actual form properly. Like, goodbye. Does he have
20.
stuff on him as well? Sorry.
No, sure.
This is a complete change here, but does he have his...
You notice. Roll a perception check for me, please.
Curiously, everything in the bag was not on this person. I do think.
22.
22. You don't see any bag on him in the ice. You don't see it anywhere around you. You see the halberd, obviously, but that is frozen solid.
22 for an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation check. Theron, you find on the shape changer's body, you find firstly a jet black beaded necklace, and the emblem that is attached to the beads is that of the best representation you can gather of, like, basically you see like a jet black, like a glossy black glass circle, and just next to it you see just like a crescent of silver, pretty much depicting that of a solar eclipse. You find a small coin purse, a small leather coin purse. You find a small little red gem that you feel.
Does it look similar to the one that was implanted into my sister?
No.
No.
But as you do, like, move it around, you do see like a weird shadow cast across it or inside it. And you got a 22. You also find a small, thin silver ring on his pinky, and the silver ring itself is blank. But there is just very faint, almost filed away or eroded etchings on the inside of the ring.
Do I recognise the language?
What languages do you speak?
Let me have a look. I know what I'm Sylvan, Primordial, Deep Speech, and Common.
Okay. You read in Deep Speech. For my first love, from Brandy.
Before my first love.
For my first love.
Oh.
From Brandy.
Who's got the pouch? You know, the bag that we keep shit in? Yeah, let's put this in.
Yeah.
We'll have a look later. We need to have some rest. And by the way, I think we did some good here. All the houses are starting to light up.
Brilliant.
So hopefully the people are all right.
You know this will. I'll pull out the will. about the if he dies, then I takes everything.
Hey, Gerald.
This is little
For-
Biden.
Gerald, forge this for us.
All right, but what do you even wanted to say? I mean,
I
you
want
are
my
a
name on
little
it.
Well, your name is going to be on it because he's already dead.
You already are.
I'm
The
saying
only
this is
survivor guy.
nil and void.
Pike is
Oh,
dead as
Sam.
well. Think about it.
Yeah.
Unless, what does it actually say again? Does it say
Oh,
anything
possibly.
emitting Theron from this entire thing?
No, it mainly just pushes that everything will go to Pike.
We can
Yeah.
keep it.
To be honest, I'm tempted to just give it back to the public. Maybe create a council.
Or why don't
If you
you
decide,
make?
I'm going to fold up and keep the will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you just become the ruler and make a council?
because whatever's inside of you, Terra, is going to destroy the whole universe.
So
Me-
what you're saying is, kill
Me
me
logically,
now before I go wrong. Is that what you're trying to say?
no. I'm
Look
saying
at what that is. If I have enveloped everything wrong in this world, that's going to conquer multiple universes. I am the thing that you don't want.
no. What I'm saying is, what's the point in ruling over somewhere when he's going to destroy the whole universe anyway?
It's true, but you count your blessings when you have them.
And plus, if the light can be removed from Tara, so can that darkness.
That's
I'm
also true.
hoping, but I couldn't get the light back in the first place.
Well, shall we have a rest and talk about it? Because I am fucking shattered.
I'm pretty beaten up.
Venezuela.
I think that now that everything's done, then we should go back and group up, maybe rest a little and talk about what we do from here.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, agreed.
And okay, sure, he fucking annoyed me sometimes, but I think Rayloff was a really good friend for everyone. So I think that we do need to talk at one point on what to do with him.
It's a good
Plus, I need to
question.
sort out this with the
Well, it doesn't
pile of
look
information he's given me.
well. It doesn't look like he's melting anytime soon.
Me saying somebody wants an ice sculpture?
Are we drawing on it in
No,
loving
I
memory?
I couldn't do that. No.
Let's
No, neither can I yet.
let's just go down then, and we'll sort more of this mess out later. We'll just go and talk through everything.
Alright, but I want one thing. We've all got to go down in style, though.
Sounds
Okay,
like a plan.
Okay.
I can't have my dad see me in the shadow thing.
No. We're all just gonna jump off that ledge.
What?
Are you thinking Featherfall?
You don't need to cast it, but don't worry. Just strike a dramatic pose, jump off that ledge.
Fuck it.
Together.
Okay then.
Oh,
Are we going?
Go. Go, run.
on three.
Yeah,
I run.
run.
And Red just swan dives and just like spreads her arms, full Assassin's Creed style, before she. How
And
does
I was
everyone
like-
leap out?
and I leap out like that with my hands like that, and I'm going to shoot like fireworks from like prestidigitation,
Yeah.
just like.
Okay.
Nuts.
Gerald is going for draw me like one of your French girls pose for the lying down.
So you just
Sideways.
and Terra.
Gerald,
I'm going
you
to-
best know what you're doing.
As I jump, I'm going to do like a backflip, and then as I come out, I'm going to throw out thorn whips out of my arms.
Nice. So as everyone just parades themselves in this celebratory skydive or cliff jump,
We fall to our death.
Instantly.
You hear the
I didn't tell you prepared.
and as the fireworks go off and you all fall. Gerald, what are you doing?
I do activate Feather Fall. Just
Okay.
around about 20 foot before we go.
Yeah, and as the feet are climbing down closer and closer and closer and closer to the ground, Gerald at one point just, and you just see all of you just as you are thorn whipping out, you're just doing the stormtrooper fireworks, or you're just doing an Assassin's Creed swan dive. You all. And
as I reach the and as I reach the ground, I just do another prestidigitation and just sort of
all smart and presentable.
Yeah.
You see immediately as the Wanderers moved aside, as you all just jumped out from a clock tower and gave you space, so when you did splat, it wouldn't get on them. But you gently drift down to the ground, and the Wanderers do come back around you. And Maddie Mucker steps forward. You see him just hand his bow off to someone else. Right, so do we just fucking win this thing?
Kinda
God,
not.
I'm right, we did.
And you hear a small voice from an older lady in just townsfolk garbs.
Excuse me, what happened?
Oh, there was this evil wizard, and we defeated him.
Hey, listen. I'll tell her.
Okay, cunt.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Hey, we just saved your arse, cunt. That's what fucking happened. We fucking won. We won! And he just turns around and all the Wanderers just begin to cheer. And all the townsfolk, albeit confused and lost, slowly begin
I'll
to...
shoot some more fireworks.
And just as the cheering just surrounds all of you immediately feel that exhaustion. And you all are taken through into one of these small homes and hovels led by Maddie, and you all...
As we're going, I will telepathically message everyone in the party. I'll just be like, you do realise my sister's still alive somewhere, maybe? Just putting it out there. And then just carry on walking.
It's all you can tell us anyways. It's not like we can reply.
And as you all sit down...
Well, you could talk to me.
you
Don't
see,
like doing that, thank you.
you see Maddie lean over...
Darkness won't let me.
You see Maddie just lean over to a small table and like grab small mugs and begin to pass them to all of you. Well, that was fucking exciting. How are you cunts feeling?
A little cold.
Where's the big fuck off cunt?
Yeah, he's not coming back. Not yet, anyway.
Fuck. Right.
He's all frozen.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Don't it?
Why? Yeah. It all makes sense.
I mean,
We all...
it makes sense the reason that he gave me this fucking thing. Before you all fucking left. So here's a bag of things that he said, don't think about anything and reach in or try and steal anything. So, I trusted him on that. Although I'm probably losing money, but here's the bag.
How are you losing money?
Well,
We gave you
I
all the
could,
fucking platinum.
because I could fucking tip that magic little fucking thing over and just sell everything that I see. But you know what I did? I thought to myself,
You pinched a few things.
I was tempted, but as this was
Could I
war-
incite him
Yeah, go ahead.
to see if he's
As-
bullshitting? Because he is a geezer.
He's a fucking geezer. As I was thinking, maybe I should just like make a little bit extra coin on the side.
No, not 20.
I thought, he's being completely honest.
Well,
I thought, I'm here to help my little girl. And she's with you, so I'm here to help you.
Yeah, and an arrow went straight through her.
Zero.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
gonna kind of nicely kick him in like the back of the foot
Right.
to tell him to shut up.
Okay.
But she's all right, obviously.
You, come here, cunt. And you see like a young archer, probably about 19 or so.
Yes, sir?
You shot an arrow up to the tower, didn't you? With all of us, eh?
Oh,
you
fuck.
You held the fire, didn't you? You did a good job, didn't you, eh?
Yes, sir.
I'll use
I
momentary
shot
station
all the-
on my mucker.
Yeah. and you just see Maddie go, "Oh,
I
there."
scream.
Run.
No,
Go.
it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure I'm going to get a bonus this month.
Okay, but after this is on you.
Okay, I'll have a bonus.
And just as he like turns to Maddie again, as he, the fuck was that? Was that
Oh,
you,
it's
little
still
wizard
not-
cunt?
Nah, it's the magic.
What's
It's still a
the,
few glitches.
leaving off?
Roll a deception check.
15 plus 1.
Okay, whatever. You should be able to stop things like that happening to me. Anyway, would all of you say that this good old little archer cunt was also one with a good few shots in him?
Oh,
I reserve to have any comment.
I'm gonna estimate a target that's probably about roughly this. In fact, no. Hit the top of the clock tower. If you can hit it, we'll judge it from here. I'm giving him the opportunity to fail, basically.
Yeah, let's go outside again. Let's just see
Yeah, if you can hit it from
if
here.
you were really shooting those shots. Just let's have a look at your form, right? And you just
I just stay inside.
you just
I'll
see
just sit down
yeah, you just see the
with a
kid.
drink.
I mean, that'll be easy. I've been shooting for years. Let me
Pretty
show
good
you.
at
Come on.
this.
And you head outside. Is anyone following Maddie and the young archer?
I will,
No,
I
I'm
will
going to
follow
drink
it.
it.
Theron, you're staying.
Yes, I'll follow.
Tara.
Obviously going to be okay,
Unless I can watch out the window. Oh,
Alright.
you know what I'll
Just go-
do? You know what I'll do? I'll walk.
Okay. Yeah. You apparate the snowy owl, and it quickly.
The question is, where did he put the book?
Where did you want him to?
Don't know. Close to
Moment
Matty
that
Mucker's.
The
Probably.
moment you poofed it, it would have dropped.
Yeah.
Came back to you.
So I'll say, just for longevity's sake, it dropped it outside the doorway to that hovel before it poofed out.
Okay, so.
However,
Oh,
you
it's two.
yeah, mine.
Mine now.
And you all head out.
Darkness!
I mean, if we go it out and no one's picking it up,
Hmm.
I will take it. Are you staking this book at all, Theron?
I've already rolled out. So.
Well, sorry, but on the assumption that you knew where it dropped, did you ever pick it up?
No.
I will take it.
Okay. All right. So Gerald, you notice that dusty leather-bound tome just outside the doorway as your foot nearly kicks it a little
Gerald
bit.
rolls in and takes it.
Yeah. And you just slip it away. You see the archer as he's stumbling out the door and he's like looking confident just in front of Maddie. You hear Red just go,
Dad, what the fuck are you doing?
and he just stops at the door and just turns to her, and Theron, you sat right next to Red, and Maddie just looks over and goes, "Just sorting someone out. That's all. Just making sure my little girl is safe." And he goes, Tara and Gerald,
I'm
You-
still like,
you're on either side of the young archer,
Yeah.
or just
I'd
behind him.
I'd like to stay back because if he succeeds, I'd
Hmm.
like to cast Silvery Barbs.
Okay. Alright.
I'll pitch myself next to Gerald.
Yeah, you just. Tara, you are standing next to now Gerald and the Snowy Owl as this archer is up in front. Kind of confident but shaking a little bit with Maddie just right next to his shoulder.
Yeah.
And you hear the boy just, okay, I'm gonna draw now.
Okay, I'm going to. How far can I? What's this? Okay, 30 feet. I'm going to get my produce a flame and throw it up towards how high I can hit at 30 foot. So he's got a target to hit.
Alright,
And
if
then
you
I'll
if
roll
you
back.
if you launch that flame 30 feet up,
Yeah.
then
yeah.
it's not gonna get near the top of the tower, which is about 90 feet
Okay.
tall or so.
I'll throw it 30 feet.
Yeah.
Any higher than that? I'm going to say pretty good. In fact, no, if there's a window, I'll aim it towards a window.
Yeah. Okay.
And
yeah.
if you can hit within the window, that is that target.
Yeah, and you see just on that window frame, just that small lick of flame.
Yeah.
And you hear the boy just go,
Is that all? I mean, that's just easy.
and you hear Maddie go,
Alright then, cunt. So at the top. Prove that you're as good as you think you are.
Okay.
you see the arrow just, and it passes your flame terror, passes that window, and the window above, and the window above, and the window above. And you see, just right at the top of the clock tower, just on that lip of wall, just that looks at the Widow's Peak, that platform that hung over the side. You just see the arrow. And just stick in that portion of the wall. And you hear the boy.
See, I told you I could do it.
I'm going to
I
take
told
one step
you.
to the left.
And he just turns to Maddie and like pointing his bow and say,
Told you I could.
and Maddie, you just see him,
Good boy.
and he just drives a dagger deep into the stomach and the chest, just beginning to pull up and rake the blade up through the space in the ribs and up just to his trachea. And you just hear that. And Maddie just clutches on the back of his head and leans into his ear. All of you are close enough you can hear this, even in the walk state of the owl. And you just hear Maddie go,
That's for my little girl, you cunt.
and as he pops it out, the trachea just bursts open, and you see him just pull part of his esophagus out on the blade before it just onto the ground, before the body just falls into the dirt. And you see Maddie just lean down and start wiping his dagger on the garbs of the archer.
Right then. Let's go have a drink. Come on then, cunts.
I unwarg at that point.
Yeah, you.
I'm going
And-
to
and as a-
Maldive, remove 5 foot, shimmy the ground to move him into the patch, and then put the 5 foot over the top.
Okay.
I start making cocktails.
Could I just stop as Tara does that first 5 foot of the movement?
Yeah.
Wait. Traitors don't deserve this sort of burial, and I'm gonna like start to try and pick up the body if she stops and catches the drift.
Oh yeah, I'll when I'm moving it, I'll stop it.
Okay.
Mm. I'd like to take one, feed upon some of the body.
Yes.
I'm gonna drag it into a corner away, and then I'd also like to fill up a few vials with anything that I can.
Okay.
Of course, he's
Yes.
bleeding or bled out quite a
Okay.
bit.
Roll a d20 and
Right. I have a potential to get 6 more vials.
okay. Roll a d20 and how many sort of like iterations or level ups have we done so far of the vampire?
Hold on.
I can't remember how many vials I have on me,
I think you
but
have
I
like
will
12
give you them.
also.
Yeah, we have 3 with 2 left to go.
Okay. So I want you to roll a d20 and add 3 for me.
I'll give
Jesus
you my
Christ,
vials.
that failed horrifically. 17.
17. You are able to fill up. Yeah. You're able to fill up 5 full vials. And the 6th is like droplets at this point.
I'll
But-
take that as a snack.
But it's still, you know, it'll get you by in a quick pinch.
Mm.
But that is also because you roll pretty high. You also do get to feed and sustain on him before filling up all of those 5 vials.
Nice. So I get healing for that.
And it's only mainly because you got to the body so fresh that there was still enough blood pumping around barely that you could get to.
8 points.
Completely drained now?
Yes.
Okay.
You do see the young man's cheeks just sallow and sunken in. The eyes have kind of receded a little bit into their sockets, and any colours just turned to a grey. But Gerald, you feel incredible right now. You feel full, relaxed, ready for a nap, honestly.
I get
Gerald?
back in. Oh,
Gerald?
sorry. Yes.
I'll kind of grab him just as he comes back in. Try me.
Are we on the same wavelength?
I think we are. Don't hurt me too much. Just a sample.
I will take a wrist
Yeah.
and then go for a bite with no damage to see if
Alright.
that works.
As you pull her sleeve back, you see her metal is kind of like blurred a little bit. And you blink a few times. And you pull the sleeve back down and then up again just to make sure through this excess like ingestion of blood, it hasn't made you delirious or blood drunk. But you pull Tara's sleeve back and you feel a soft, fleshy arm. You see grey skin, a slender woman's hand on the end of her arm, and you grab, and it is cold, freezing cold. Not enough to hurt you, but just enough to even give you shivers.
You feel weird.
Thanks.
Like more weird. Like alive but not. I don't know. Am I committing?
I'd rather know than not know.
Okay. I'll go for it, but I'm also not going to. I'm just going to take like a sip just to taste.
Okay.
I'm not going to go excessive and
Okay.
actually start trying to drink.
You gently press that one spark, just piercing the flesh. And the immediate, as Terry, you're looking down as well,
Yeah, I'm looking at it. or lack at Gerald.
Immediately, you feel this such a cold sensation on your beak and in your mouth that it's almost like you know when you get a brain freeze but your teeth are in pain and your gums are that cold. You feel that times 10 in that shocking moment for a few moments, and as you gently pull away, like fairly quickly, you feel that shockingly cold in your head and your mouth, but then you just let your long tongue just lap at the end of your beak, and it is delicious, fresh, red crimson.
That has got to be, without a doubt, the weirdest tasting session I've had.
And Gerald, as you look up, and Tara, you look back up at Gerald, away from your arm that is now gentle, like pinprick of blood.
Yeah.
Gerald, you see that Tara has no metallic features anymore. You see a similar visage to what you saw before, yet her skin is a grey, her hair a little matted, still clear complexion, but just this grey, ashy skin tone, resembling almost exactly Pike in his final moments. And as Tara kind of looks up at you, and some of her just like now dulled down orange and red hair falls over her one shoulder and across her head, you see two very, very small horns gently sticking out of, I wouldn't say her forehead, but just the very top of the sides of her head. And she resembles exactly that of a shape changer.
Uh-oh. This is going to be fun.
So, good news. You're basically mortal. You have edible blood.
Which you can have.
Bad news. It feels like I'm trying to eat all the ice on Earth at a single go. And
When it
also,
needs beef. You can have
I
some.
mean, even the animals may actually be more preferable at this rate.
Oh.
Like, you have amazing blood.
Thank you.
The caveat? Oh. No. But you also look like Pike as he was clawing out of the form?
Tara, how tall are you?
No. Let me give you my description. 5'6".
You notice as you look down at Gerald, he's a little further away than normal. And Gerald, you look up and you find that Tara is roughly 5'11", maybe touching 6 foot. So still just as thin and petite, but a little lankier.
You're turning into some weird, sticky monster now.
Amazing.
Here, this is what you look like. I will cast Steaming on myself to give the appearance of Tara to myself.
Tara, your eyes go wider as you see Gerald cast Seeming, and well, just a little bit shorter than you.
Yeah.
Actually, you can go
just
a foot.
about make it.
Yeah.
You can go a foot, so I can go 11 inches taller. Fine.
Yeah, and how tall are you?
5.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So eye level now with you, matching garbs of what you had on before, the green and purple robes and other sort of like, you know, small braces, completely still there. But you look at yourself, and
I'll do a little walk around.
and you have a
Gerald.
walk around, and it is you're very much your normal self. Slim, petite, attractive, fairly buxom.
Just with horns in my head.
Just grey skin, the jet black, like the matte black eyes. Gentle, like I'd say like a darker grey lips, just against the complexion of the lighter grey on your skin. Dulled down, but orange and red hair that is now hair that goes down to just below your chest. And just under your hair, as you can flip it back, just on the very sides of your scalp, near the front, you see two very small bone-like horns sticking, just little nubs of horns.
This is how you now look.
Head in hand. I don't know what I am anymore.
Come out the door. Guys, hurry up. I made cocktails.
Is there anything in close proximity that I can throw towards Theron's direction?
I mean, a stone.
A stone is getting grabbed and thrown at Theron.
Theron, you notice Terra's form, little taller than you remembered, as she spins round and hurls a stone at you. Roll a dex check for me, Terra, for the attack.
My favourite number.
Yeah.
I rolled 19.
19, yeah, of course. Yep.
Yeah. And normal
Terra's
dex is +2.
+2, okay, so 21.
Nope.
Okay.
But I will use Chronal Shift.
On.
Terra to reroll.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, or I can reroll, whichever one.
it's up to you. You're the caster.
You don't reroll your own AC.
Yeah, I'll reroll.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Well, you tried, but the stone, as you see her now fleshy, grey-skinned hand holding the stone and launching it towards you in that second, you kind of put your hand out slightly, and you feel like just a gentle pulse of magic from you. But you see that stone still just to the side a little bit before it and just slams into your chest. But you see Terra with those black tears running down her face, now running down fleshy grey skin, with the horns gently peeking out of the top of her head, and her breathing, a little drop of blood just gently running down her arm.
I curiously look at Gerald and then back to Terra.
Of course, Gerald looks like Tara at the moment as well.
Yeah, they both look exactly the same. There's two of these Terras just staring at you now.
You don't even know that Gerald is actually the one that threw the stone.
Yeah. Guys, are you coming in? Terra, moping about this new form won't do anything. We need to come up with solutions. But shall we rest first? Come
How
on.
about you try and change, and then see how you like changing?
You know
In a
what?
matter of
What about we caving
minutes.
your skull?
You know what, Terra? You mope there all night. It won't change anything. and I'll just walk back in.
Okay, so Theron does not give a shit. Awesome.
Gerald and Tara, what are you two doing? As Theron, you go back in and you begin the main target for people yelling out drink suggestions to you as you start making them and mixing big vats of different punch and rum. But Gerald and Tara.
I will get rid of seeming now.
Almost a relief for you, Tara, that you don't have to look at that anymore.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. If I do anything really bad, just stop me, please. I don't obviously want to, but yeah, not the best spirit I would have liked. I would have liked Tara back.
You have my word. And if you want, I can make you into whatever you want to look like. For the days that we interact with people.
That would be nice. Maybe I could learn a bit about myself a bit more. Maybe I could learn something about what Pike was.
I mean, if you've turned into him, you could possibly change shapes.
That'd be cool.
But hey, look at it. Metal form, grey skin, whatever form, you're still at least you. And I know
Thanks.
that it's you.
Thanks. Let's go in. I'm actually feeling tired.
That's fine.
So you both head in to the ruckus of laughter and cheers and jokes and good times within the small hovel as about 60 of the Wanderers are now just pressed, cramped inside, all
And I've already
clacking drinks.
I've already got 2 cocktails ready for them.
And as you come through, you see Theron wave just from one of the small side tables, and you pass by, and he offers you both a cocktail.
I will take that.
It's called a frostbite fang.
What else is this? What's in it?
Lots of alcohol.
Good. Knack.
You throw it back. Instantly, your head gets a little dizzy for a few moments before you clear, and then you feel okay.
This one was mine, but you need it more than I do at the
Yeah,
moment.
thank you. Knack that one as well.
Roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Will do. 15, con save, 24.
Okay.
And then I'll just take one off somebody else.
Yeah, very easily
Another
done.
one.
You are starting to slowly feel the effects of alcohol that you haven't in a long time.
Long time. Yeah, I will knack that guy.
And as you're throwing back, each one that Theon grabs, whether they are half drank or just fresh from the bar, either way, you do start getting hit. But you are hardy. You're able to resist. You're pretty much, after about 6 of these or 7 of these drinks that you just throw back, you are just loose and relaxed and a little bit heady, but you are not collapsed or unconscious.
Yeah.
And Red does come over to you, Tara, and sits down next to you. You okay?
I'll be fine.
You're a little different than I saw you only a little ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
You might think I'm weird, but I like you like this.
I'm gonna like look at my own hands. Like this?
I like you now. I liked you when you were all metal. And I liked you when you had normal skin. What I'm trying to say is that you are an amazing friend. And I like who you are through whatever you look like.
Thanks.
And that does mean that yes, when you call me, I'll come every time, anytime,
Good.
just for you. Well,
Mm-hmm.
let's face it, not for Theron, but just for you.
Yeah.
And as I'm walking off, I'm just going to be like, she's a lot more horny nowadays.
I'm gonna cut his fucking balls off.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit the glass on the side and then pass it to Red. Yeah.
Cheers.
I'm gonna turn around to see if any of the wanderers are around.
Yeah, you see one of the wanderers is just like kind of like just moving past you with like two of the frostbite fangs.
Excuse me.
They were mine.
Yeah.
Stand up.
And as
Yeah,
you
stand
stand, you do catch
Yeah.
about an inch or two taller.
You take my fucking drink. You're lucky the boss said not to hurt you.
Do you want
Lucky.
another drink?
Yeah.
Come on, I'll make some more.
And Theron actually like diffuses the situation as everyone around does look at you, but as
I'll sit back down.
you just stare him down before Theron ushers him away, you see everyone kind of like smile and grin, and then as they look at you, you see at least 12 or 13 people just nod at you or give you the affirmation that what you did was the right thing.
Awesome.
But you sit
I'll
down.
say that. Yeah. Pick up the drink. Back to Red. Cheers.
Cheers. And if you want to, just you, you can call me Lily. If you want.
I like Red.
Me too.
Yeah.
And you both throw back those drinks. And just as everyone begins to enjoy the drinks and the laughter and the jokes between each other, you hear a couple of them sharing their war stories of what just happened and previous excursions. Obviously, every now and then getting the side eye from Maddie, as discretion is the most important thing, and they're blurting it out for everyone to hear. As you do see him go around and slap them in the back of the head, a couple of them. And you just hear, like, between the... oh, no way you did! You just hear Maddie, shut up, you cunt. And just continue walking with the drink in his hand. And just as you all relax and continue enjoying your surroundings as much as you can, realizing what you've lost or what you've gained, you all sit down together to enjoy a gorgeous frostbite fang made by your own ally Theron, to be able to celebrate coming to an end of this monstrosity of Midala Pike, who is now no more. And that is where we're going to leave and end tonight's episode, and pick up right there next week. I will say for everyone, you have all blown me the fuck away with performances either in the purgatory or after. The choices you made, the things you said, the things you thought, and I want to give everyone a inspiration point, as well as
We've already just had a level up, so
I'm not going to do that, don't worry.
We can have another one. It's okay.
Yeah.
let's try.
As well as yeah, you know, for this little bit at the end, the inspiration point is all yours for everyone, and I also want to give you a little gift as well. So let's start with
Can I just have 100 quid?
No, not a chance. So Gerald,
100 copper pieces.
Gerald likes to sell us 700 quid.
Yeah. Gerald, can you roll a d8 for me, please?
A D8. 5.
5. Okay. Then I want to gift you a spell scroll of animate objects, a 5th level spell.
Nice.
Theron, can you please roll a d8 for me?
10. 4.
How'd you get 10 on a d8?
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
4.
Because it's a penis. I don't know if you know.
Enjoy your cocktail, bitch.
I want to gift you the scroll of a spell scroll of banishment. For spell.
Oh, yes, mate. That's when, shall I tell you what I was going to do originally? I was going to swap my spell because I did put banishment as a prepared spell, and I was going to do it, but we never had a long rest.
Yeah.
So, before the battle.
And Tara, can you roll a d8 for me as well, please?
1.
1. I'm going to say re-roll for ones.
Thank you. 7.
You are banished.
7. Let me just look through here. Okay. Yeah, okay, that looks cool.
Okay.
I want to give you, because it was the longest, it was really hard to find any 7th level spells.
Fucking hell.
But I'm going to gift you the scroll of Draconic Transformation, which is a 7th level spell.
It's all right. She's already transformed.
Okay.
And I will say, just right as the end before we close out, Tara.
Yes.
You are now currently still same level. However, you are now a shape changer, druid, circle of twilight.
Changer, druid, circle of twilight.
And
Amazing.
yes, that's where we're going to finish it. So, to everyone watching who has stuck around, thank you oh so much for joining us for this mindfuckery of an episode with tops and turns and so many twists that I didn't even know what the fuck was happening myself half the time. But we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and we're very excited for next week to pick up now without Pike and this.
Thank God.
Something is manifesting in Tara, or maybe just a little bit of it. But we will find out hopefully soon. But in the meantime,
Or not.
or not, yeah, sure, or not. Hopefully or not. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you guys again next time.